This time I got another Sony Super Beta machine. This one here has a playback problem. At first I thought this might be simple, it might be dirty heads, but it turned out to be a little bit more involved than that. So I'm thinking, okay, we've got a problem with the servo circuit. Time to break out the scope and start chasing signals. And, well, as you'll see, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet. This was a strange one. I guess anything's possible with this old electronics, right? Got a Sony SLHF360 Super Beta. Complaint on this one is it has playback issues. Let's take a look at what it's doing. That is what it's doing, and the tracking control has absolutely no effect. Okay, first things first, the symptom that we're seeing here screams of a servo problem, either capstan servo or control track. If the control track is weak or missing the capstan servo, will not train up. So first things first, we're going to clean the heads. We'll clean the control head. This is the audio control head down here, and the auto erase head, and the full erase head. Okay, there's a little bit of dirt on there. It could be that that's all it is. Clean the video head while I'm at it. The video head does not appear to be very dirty, if any. Let's try this playback once again. And okay, we can hear it cutting in and out because it's not tracking. Now we could have a tracking control problem on this too. I've had those tracking controls go bad, but turning the tracking control has no effect. I think first things first, we'll get the scope out and we'll look and see if we have a control track pulse. Okay, I'm going to connect the scope to the where I would expect to see the pulse from the control track. This is off the amplifier, off the control head. I am seeing a signal. So we have a control track pulse getting into the circuitry. So we must have a problem in the servo. Here's something interesting. Look at the tape counter. The tape counter is advancing quickly, yet the tape appears to be playing slow. That is, that's weird. See? Wonder if it is this tracking control. Weird. Oh, what the hell? What did I just do? I did something. I shut it off. What happened there? Oh, it shut down. That was weird. I'm just kind of probing around with a dry finger, looking up at the monitor and looking at the scope. That's weird. When I do that, I'll show you guys the scope, and I might just kind of use a moist finger and probe around on the board right in this area here. I can make the picture come in. I'll show you guys the scope and I'll show you guys the monitor. I'm just probing my finger right around in here. Now I got a picture. Now I don't. Interesting. When I probe You notice that the waveform is changing, right? And the picture is coming in and out of lock. I get a shot of the screen here to show you what I'm getting on the screen. I'm in the area. I know the area that I'm in. I know it's control track. It's somewhere in the capstan servo. But what's causing it, I don't know. The tracking control has no effect. I'm turning the tracking control now, and nothing's really changing. See, when I probe my finger around here, I can get a good picture. And then it goes out. The tracking control has no effect. I'm wondering if there's a micro crack on the board or something in here, because the tracking control doesn't do anything. It could be the tracking control itself. Like those pots have gone bad. It could be a bad pot, but it also could be a bad board. I'm just going to look at the board here a little closer. I think I'm in the right area. Well, I know I'm in the right area. Everything's seated. Control head plugs in over here. And the tracking control plugs in. Looks like it's right here. This is where this is the area that I'm putting the wet finger, is right in here. Right in that area there. And we got a couple capacitors down here. These are all original little Sanyo ones. These were problematic. It could be a bad cap, but it could be a bad cap, but it also could be bad control. Tracking control plugs in here. That's the tracking control there. Oh shit! I just fixed it. What the hell? It's that plug. It's that plug. Must be a bad connection inside that plug. Because now it's working. Check this out. Just wiggle that plug a bit. There it goes. Wiggle the plug a bit more. That's a plug. That plug is bad. Son of a bitch. That's where the problem is. That plug is bad. Okay, this is an easy fix. We'll just cut the plug off and solder the wires on directly, and that will fix that problem. Or let's just give it a shot of neutral. Let's give those pins a shot of neutral. And now it's solid. That's interesting. I have never seen a plug go bad like that. I guess just all the age of these things sitting. Check the tracking control and see if the tracking control works. And the tracking control does work. Excellent. I wonder if this machine can play back Beta 1. Being a Super Beta machine and a relatively late a late model. I bet you this one can play back Beta 1. We'll try a Beta 1 tape on this and see whether it plays. Yes, it does. It does play Beta 1. And it looks like it's playing it properly too. This is in super high band. You can see how fast the tape is moving. Here's the picture. That looks pretty good. It plays the Beta 1 tape, I'm going to say flawlessly. Of course, the search is not going to work very well on the Beta 1 speed. This was recorded on SLHF360 in Beta 1. I'm sure it was super high band. I had it on. My Beta 1 machine will do Beta 1S and SHB. I'm pretty sure I had it in SHB when I recorded this. Anyway, this was an interesting fault. It could have been the tracking control. I've seen those go bad before, but the tracking control appears to be fine. I'm rotating it back and forth here, and it's right in the middle, and it tracks up perfectly right in the middle. And to either side, of course, there's no picture. So this tape is recorded to spec. My machine, my 1000, is calibrated to spec. The tracking control is in the center, so everything's playing perfect on here. That's the first time I've seen a plug go bad. I was looking at this connector. I was thinking maybe the connections are cracked connections, but I don't see cracked connections here. I think it's just either the spring contacts got a bit weak or just got oxidated from sitting there over the years, and the connection went bad. Anyway, that was I would say it was a simple problem, but it just took a little while to track it down, only because it was kind of unusual. Because I thought initially I was thinking the tracking control, but normally when those tracking controls are bad, you can wiggle them back and forth a bit. Like normally when they're bad, you can wiggle them and the picture will change, and it didn't. What clued me in was when I put the wet finger into this area of the circuit and it started to lock up. That kind of gave me a clue that the circuitry itself was probably okay and that the problem was mechanical. And then when I unplugged the tracking control and plugged it back in and the picture locked in, well, that kind of confirmed that it actually was a physical connection. Anyway, this one's fixed, so I'll say thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.